Well, may as well go down. Time to see exactly what the hell I'm getting myself into. Oh god, no! Oh no! It's purple! Huh. Purple! What the hell am I thinking? The hell was I don't know. And welcome back, everybody, to more Let's Play Metroid. This is your host, BMJ406, and oh god, welcome to Norfair. This area sucks. So yeah, this is why I recommend getting the barrier suit early in the game if you can. Because this area. And don't go this way when you first get here if you don't have the barrier suit, because you might die. It's actually not terrible. These creatures take a lot of shots to kill. I recommend using a missile. Because trust me, it'll make things better in the long run if you use missiles. It kills them in one shot. Well, most Metroid games, I'll find the greatest use for missiles because, well, other missile power-ups like super missiles end up trumping them. Also get used to this. Morph ball tunnels, you gotta bomb things a shitload of times to get through, because that's cool. Then again, this game with its limitations had to repeat a lot of, like, little tunnel assets. And panel assets. See, can you see how I said tunnel instead? But yeah, this is probably the longest episode of this LP, I can imagine, depending on how I want to do it. But yep, Norfair is hell. There's a lot of deadly shit in here. And let me tell you this, it only gets worse. There's actually a couple areas of this game that can put you in a dead game. As in, you'll die. Trust me, this area is awful. Oh, I hate this area so much. Like, this is probably the hardest part of the... Could you not be on me? This is probably the hardest part of the game to memorize, because there's so much to remember. But, well, just try to get a general feel for where everything is. You can do that, you can probably manage to do this part of the game just fine. I just warn you, again, while speed may be important, patience is an even bigger virtue. Because if you try to blast through some areas, you'll be falling in that lava very frequently. Let me tell you, being in the lava in this area is not a good thing. The damage will compile, and well, you'll trap yourself too. Oh, and by the way, I should mention that there's some parts of this area you get trapped. We'll get to that in the latter half. But yeah, this is one of those games that requires you to get good. This is why I recommend not using passwords. Because, oh boy. Not a good idea. We can go over the passwords later. Including one that has fucking profanity in it, motherfucker. Although the main one used kind of, can make the game crash. Particularly with this version as well. We'll go over that once we beat the game, okay? If I had to guess, this LP is going to be 5 parts. Unless I wanted to add a 6th part for, like, maybe doing my own speedrun, just trying to attempt that once. Although it'd be very similar to what I'm doing now, so I kind of feel like it might be pointless to do that. I'll just basically grab less missiles, and I'll basically go for all the energy tanks at the very least. Oh yeah, that's another... Well, I can say that for later. There's another fun thing about the power-ups in this game. You can't utilize all of them! We'll actually learn about that in this episode, probably, if I do things right. Ow. Whoops. Excuse me. Alright. Made it through here. Now. Actually, let me see if I can do this. I think I'm making a... No. I don't want to put myself in a dead game, so I'm gonna try to do this legitimately. The way I should. So come down here. Because the power-up you want will be this way. You'll want this because it makes platforming a lot easier. Excuse me. I could go straight forward from here, but here's the thing. If I continue to go the way I would have wanted to go, well, I'd be missing out on some missiles because of stuff I get later on. But let's get these little boots with wings. It looks nice. It means I can fly, right? Nope. Here's your high jump ability. The high jump boots. It makes platforming a lot easier. And it'll be essential for going to certain areas. This is what you normally need to get the barrier suit, but if you do the wall jump glitch, like what I did, then you don't need this. But trust me, you're better off having it. Because, yeah. Also, I love jumping up through areas like this. Because, well, you time it wrong, you're gonna hit a frickin' ceiling. Dicks. This area is just full of dicks. You probably want to go this area, but be careful. Again, if you don't have the various suit by this point, get the high jump boots, go back and get it. Because this area sucks. I've died in this area more than any other in this game. And enemies like to coast along the ground as long as they're on your level. You have to jump to coax them back up. Like I said, this game has limitations. And the way some enemies move, it becomes very apparent. Gotcha. Oh, good thing, too. I ran out of missiles. And while I could say I could come back here later, here's the thing. These are the one missiles you're going to want the ice beam for. You could probably do this out the high jump, but I recommend having it anyway. Because if you don't, ooh, you're going to have a tough time getting out, maybe. But yep, get used to the hell of the platforming Norfair. Mainly, this. You have to freeze enemies in order to use them as ground to land on. To get yourself elevated a little more. Again, get used to that. Here's the funny thing about how this game does its power-ups, though. It's a nice little cavern. Let's go a little deeper, see if there's any other forward area to get to. Oh, wait. There's another missile expansion. Yeah. This game will basically leave you item rooms, but sometimes it'll compile them. For some reason. Compile items in one room for you. It's mostly apparent in Norfair. I don't think it happens anywhere else. But yep. Come to Norfair to get a lot of shit. As long as you know where to go. This jump would be very hard without the high jump boots, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I say you're better off getting the high jump boots. If you want to try to speedrun yourself and get through that without high jump boots, then go for the high jump boots. Because we're basically going back to where they are now. Sorry for how many times is it high jump boots. Do so. But I personally recommend having the high jump boots beforehand to make shit easier. Trust me, you'll need that power up. Especially where we're going. The depths of Norfair. Oh. Thank goodness for this defensive upgrade. Shit! Fine. Yeah, see? Oh, by the way, select button also swaps from you using your beam to your missile. I probably should have mentioned that. Because, well, that may not be very apparent in this game. You gotta press select button to select your weapon, if you will. I tried to phrase it up like a pun, but I shouldn't have, because that's actually how that works. Awkward. I'm the king of awkward silences. Please don't shoot me with your hate! Now let's go back to where the high jump is. Get ready for this. You may want to prepare yourself for this trip, so, you know, mentally prepare yourself. Morph bomb into here. And look, we can make ourselves a secret tunnel. So now we can continue to go further after I bomb more walls. Because that's fun. But like I said, this area likes to repeat a lot of its, well, a lot of its geometrical structure gets repeated. So, you know, get used to it. Like I said, you need the ice beam to get through here. Good thing is, I think you can infinitely get ice beam. If you're wondering what the hell that means, oh, once we get through this area, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Infinitely getting ice beam. Here's the bridge for Norfair. Try use this as a checkpoint. Use a restore point if you have to, because this area sucks. I'll tell you straight up, I hate this part of Norfair. Oh, God. Oh, by the way, first area is Bridge Star. I should have mentioned that. Move. So, let's get the most useful item in the game, shall we? If I can blast up here. Yeah, get used to a lot of the ways you have to go collect stuff in this game, because you're going to be doing it very frequently. But, well, if you're getting sick and tired of enemies jumping your path and beating the shit out of you, have no fear. This next power will help you. Majorly. Get open, door! Why did I have to blast 5 missiles? Why did they test me like that? Anyway, let's get this little lightning ball! For those of you that have played Metroid games or know about them, might recognize as a screw attack. It's just a spin attack in this game, but serves the same basic purpose, except you're not invincible in this game when you do it. But it does wreck basic enemies, frickin' wipes the floor with them. You jump into them with this, they're as good as dead. Trust me, you want to make good use of this weapon. Oh, the spin attack is your best friend in this game. Oh, man. Is it ever? Let's test it out. How it only works from your upward elevation to where you originally jumped from as you jump. So, you know the range of it. Don't try to abuse its power, because trust me, you'll regret it. But look at this. Look at this. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, makes playing the game so much better. Let's go down. This is fake lava. That's how you can tell. How does that make sense? Here's the hint. It doesn't make sense. Get used to that. Welcome to this game in a nutshell. There's a lot of bullshit. Oh, when you see these platforms, you know the hell is about to begin. Get used to shooting through all these freaking blocks in the way. Make yourself a path. Because, well, you'll need to. Oh yeah, fun thing. You notice I blasted that block a couple times, it didn't go away? And he has limitations. You can only blast away a certain number of blocks where they tell you, nope, some have to regenerate before you can blast more. Dicks. Seriously, what a dick move. Wait, is it here? Yeah. It's very left, right? No. Okay, it's right here. See, I may play this game a couple times through, but I don't remember every little detail. There's a lot of details to remember, man. I'm only doing this for a missile. So I should probably get it carefully. I especially get this one carefully, because this is the one I think it is. Oh, you can freeze enemies and spin attack into them too, if that's easier for you. Never mind, this isn't quite the area yet. But, probably good to get this. This area has 2 missiles, right? Yes, okay. By the way, you probably want to go my route. You can explore a little more thoroughly if you want, but trust me, a lot of these are dead-end walls, or they lead you to rooms that don't mean anything. So, you know your routes. This game also has a habit of trying to lead you into areas where, well, you're just wasting time, or getting to a spot where you could get yourself killed. So, let's just hope I don't do that to myself. Ha! I like that, you bitch! God, what kind of energy will she summon to the spin attack? I wish I could do that. I want to be like my hero, the blue blur. Whoa! Gotta spin fast. Get me out of here. Okay, this area you want to be very careful in. I remember this is the one that this starts. Oh, you can protect yourself from projectiles. Yeah, notice these high-ass walls. Do not fall between them or you will struggle to get out. Some you can't get out of at all. Be very careful with your platforming there. It's brutal. Again, this game's a bit of dick. So let's go down here. Fine, I can kill you, dick. Continuously trying to blast me with your bullshit. Alright, time for another fun power. Some may argue that you don't need this power-up. Because, well, because of how useful the ice beam can be with freezing enemies and getting them out of your way, as well as using the platforms. It's still pretty weak, but it's needed for the end of the game. It is needed for the end of the game. However, if you want some extra attack power, you can temporarily the wave beam. Notice I say temporarily. By the way, you can only have one beam weapon at a time. Yep. It basically goes by, the only other game that does a rule like this is Prime 3. Because most other Metroid games either have you swapping between your beam weapons or combine them all together. Nope, this is the first one, bitch. So you know what it does? It makes it so you have to fricking only carry one on you at a time. So, either pick your favorite for attack power, which, since we have to kill bosses with this, you may prefer that. Unless you want to overutilize the power of the spin attack, which I certainly can't blame you for. See, you can notice the limitations with blasting things down with this weapon. Let me up. Oh, shit. Help! I'm stuck! Get me out! Okay. Ugh. But yeah, the weight beam can blast through walls and does twice as much damage. It's good for killing a lot of standard enemies. So, you know, get good with it. If you like causing damage instead of freezing things, it makes it easier to kill enemies, that's for sure. So, you know, if you want to collect some items more easily to keep yourself alive, depending on how you play, then, well, the weight beam's for you. That's kind of my playing style as well. But I will admit, freezing can be very useful, especially when you run into shit like this. Remember, pick the walls you fall between carefully here. You can get out of most of them, but there's like one set I think you can't break out of. So be very cautious. And remember, when you have the weight beam, you can't freeze enemies. So use a spin attack to protect yourself. Now let's go back. Once we get through these two wall areas, once more, we'll be fine. See, ones with solid ground are fine. The ones with lava are not. Especially that one right there. Don't even bother trying to collect energy like this. Don't be greedy like me. If they're hanging over the pits, just ignore them. How the hell do you just... It's very picky about what walls it destroys, which I find kind of funny, but also kind of annoying at the same time. How many walls do it look like we break down at once? 12? I think that's the number I see, 12? Something like that? Either way, its limitations, where you can only break a certain number of walls at a time. And the number of morph ball bombs you can place is random because this game's a dick. If you can't tell, he was a Metroid fan. This game annoys me. Oh. Limitations of old hardware really put into light how good more modern games are. I feel like the most modern aren't great, but you know, once I got to the Super Nintendo era at least, games got a lot better. Then again, this is the beginning. It was still considered a fad back then. Didn't really hit the mainstream till like the PlayStation came around. Oh, you son of a bitch! This is why you do not want to fall in here. Oh, you fuck! Come on. Come here and hit me! So yeah. I'm kind of fucked right now. Can you hear what I'm trying to do? If you're stuck in this pit, drop a morph ball bomb. When you hear it, wait for it to blow up and jump as soon as it does. That's how you get yourself out of most of the holes. Except maybe that one right there. That's the worst one. So yep, if you fall in a hole, if you fall in that hole, the one very far to the left, you're fucked. If you fall in another hole, don't panic. Just drop in a morph ball, wait to hear the sound of yourself dropping a morph ball bomb, and you'll be fine. Trust me. I went through this game twice. I practiced that my second time through. Because first time through, if I fell in there, I just restarted the game. Because I didn't think about it the first time through. Could you not lag the game like crazy? Jesus! The thing is, you can tell it's moving the way a game is intended, because the music doesn't slow down. For Zelda, it moves slower than it's intended. You can tell by the way the music goes. So that's the funny thing about them. I don't think I ever mentioned that with NES Super Mario either. Whoops. The way the sound worked, it worked on like a system of like beats. Like, the timing for it wouldn't be exactly when you, performed actions. It would go with the beat of the music typically for Super Mario Brothers. For Legend of Zelda, well, it just moves its own pace. If the game lags, the music lags too. This game decides to be completely different. The game just lags, there's too much action on the screen, but it doesn't affect the audio at all. It more affects it visually, which in my opinion is a little worse. Yeah, it depends on what kind of optimization you like, but there you go. That's something I forgot to mention in the Super Mario Brothers Let's Play. The fact that, well, the music runs in rhythm, the characters and the sound effects of the game run in rhythm of the music. So, really all the sounds, like jump sound effects, shrinking sound effects, all that stuff, will only appear on the beats where the music, keeps track of its, music, you know? If that makes any sense. If you know anything about rhythm, that should make sense. Sounds play a rhythmic role. Let's go with that. Is that simple enough to understand? I hope so. Move! Well, dead end. Fuck you, wall. I'll show you what for. Alright, we're going with the last power-up of this area. Once we get this, we're out of here. But yep, the main thing to come here for is the screw attack. The spin attack, excuse me. And the wave beam if you want it. However, I do recommend getting this, because finding the areas that these are in is very important. Hang on. God damn this game and its freaking hidden floors. Ow. Man. I can't wait for this NES marathon to be over. I am having fun with these games, but, oh man, going back to the origins isn't always as pretty as you'd expect them to be. It's like, oh, I get to see where the whole series started. I get to see its beginnings. I get to know where the first picture line and how the legacy was established. Then you play something like this, you're like, oh god, no, this feels terrible. Why did this get sequels? Because video game limitations. It's not like your modern day first game hits like Mass Effect or Gears of War or anything like that, or Halo 1. Nah. Where a lot of the way gaming plays is established, so you know it'll be good from the outset. No. You don't get that kind of luxury with old NES games and the like. You just gotta see if they made a lasting impact. Then again, Nintendo was one of the earliest of the big end of gaming business, them and Atari. Nintendo definitely had a better grasp on having games that would last. Atari did some good gaming stuff back then, but they also almost killed the gaming industry. Everybody should know why about that. In case you don't know, if you ever heard of the E.T. game, that's why. It looks like shit, plays like shit. It was one of the first, big, marketed games. And because of how much of a failure it was, it almost killed the gaming industry. So yeah, when you're trying to, we were trying to do tie-in games. That was one of the very first tie-in games. It was a bomb. We're trying to get the mainstream crowd into video games. E.T. failed miserably on all fronts. I think it's the biggest reason why it was considered the near death of the video gaming industry. Because it was its biggest opportunity to pull in a mainstream crowd, and it failed. Thankfully, the Nintendo came around, gave gamers a somewhat good reason to go along with it. Well, once they had Super Mario Bros. 3 debut in The Wizard, or whatever that movie was. It was The Wizard, right? The one that had the fucking power glove? Oh, God. I guess it was around the time Super Nintendo came out, gaming started to get revived, especially with the Sega Genesis coming around a little bit after. Yeah, Sega coming around probably also helped. Nintendo would have been the only gaming giant if it weren't for Sega coming around. And well, gaming might not have evolved at all if it was only Nintendo. Nintendo in hand, Sega created a rivalry for them, but then Nintendo created another rivalry with the PlayStation. For, Sony was going to try to implement a disc system with their next console. Involving the disc drive, I think. Or no. I think it was original prototypes of Nintendo 64. They wanted to use optical disc software. Either that or something having to do with their deal with the Philips CDI. By the way, don't look up CDI games. Don't look up the Nintendo CDI games. They weren't made by Nintendo, and they're all considered non-canon because they're absolute garbage. Oh god, are they garbage. Oh, they are hot, steaming piles of garbage. Alright, let's go back to the elevator and end this episode. Sorry for rambling so much, but yeah. I'm pretty sure that E.T. was considered near failure of the video gaming industry because it killed a lot of trying to get the mainstream crowd in. They saw it, they were like, oh god, this is a monstrosity. So yeah, if you want to know really bad, really bad history of gaming, E.T.'s like the #1 biggest one for that. It always ruined video games early on, but thanks to Nintendo's rivalries, well, they established a legacy, others challenged it, so well, we got good gaming. Rivalry builds competition, which makes great content in games. And with that, I'll end this here. I don't want to be an invisible elevator, that feels bad. But anyway, there we go. I got everything in Norfair. While there is more stuff I could get, I'll say this. I think I feel better getting it later. So yeah, we blasted through all of Norfair, got everything that I wanted. Whew. Good thing. I didn't screw it up. So, now we tackled everything in Britstar Norfair. Up next are the bosses. You'll probably want to get everything you can before you tackle them. You can go tackle the first boss as early as when you get the Morph Ball Bomb, but it's not recommended at all. No! You want to get the rest of shit you can before you go after either of the two bosses. But I'll show you that then. So come back next time, we'll go after our first boss, which is back at Britstar. There is one here. If you're wondering why not go after this one, I'll explain that either at the end of the next part or the beginning of the one after. So I'll see you guys then.